Coach Miller Light here. Currently a theory. You know what I'm coming to understand is that all of my life and all the choices that I make are always showing what my theory is. And I see that I have an ever-changing theory, right? What do I believe? Do I believe there is a universal law of attraction? What's my theory? Do I believe I'm the creator of my reality? Do I believe there's a vortex where all the good is, and if I just get myself in a happy, good feeling zone for long enough, I will align with all the good that is already naturally mine, that's available to all of us? And that it's not about the action that I take, though action is part of the process. It's about the alignment of energy. And it's about alignment. So what am I going to do to align my energy? What's my theory? That's what I'm coming to. I'm noticing in myself. I'm seeing in myself. So I'm here on this to report in on what I'm learning, what I'm finding, so that I can reinstate within myself my theory of the universal law. Because I believe if I understand how this universe works at the highest level I can currently, then it will change my choices and decisions and actions to choices and decisions and actions that are more representative of who I really want to be, which is happy, peaceful, joyful, abundant, kind, caring, compassionate, understanding, outgoing, zest for life, a physically focused being, proving source energy, okay? So there's things that I can do to help me with this. One of them is writing passages. Well, that's what I did today, and I want to share with you what I wrote. This is from Conversations with God. The point and purpose of your life is to decide who you really are, okay? The point. Would it be good to know the point? What's the point? You ever say it? What is the freaking point? Well, if you ask it, you'll be told. What's the point? The point and purpose of your life is to decide and be who you really are. You're doing that every day with every action, every thought, with every word. That's what you're doing. So I wrote down here, pause and be conscious, right? Because what's it saying? You're doing that every single, the point and purpose of your life is to decide and be who you really are. And we're doing that every day with every word, with every action, with every thought. We're deciding who we really are. Who am I? Am I forgiving? Am I joy? Am I patience? Am I kindness? Am I let it go? Am I getting the game? Who am I? Because every action, every thought, and every word is declaring, is deciding and being who I am. Now, am I being conscious? Well, this is a call to consciousness, a raising awareness of how it goes, who am I, how I'm handling life and what it means, and that the quality of my life hangs in the balance of how I handle my life. So if I understand that every choice, every action, every thought is deciding and being who I am, then I can slow down. And when I'm rolling through life, rolling on 18-wheelers, I get rolling sometimes, where I'm really rolling, and it's helpful to pause, take a breath, put my attention on that higher energy that's available, that there is this infinite intelligence that I'm jacked into. We're all jacked into infinite intelligence. And then confer with that infinite intelligence and ask to have a broader view, a wider view, a broader perspective. Is this choice that I'm going to make? Is this word I'm going to say? Is this action I'm going to do? Is this thought I'm thinking who I really am? Well, then I would have to come to a conclusion of who am I really, right? Am I garbage, or am I infinite intelligence in physical form? Who am I really? Am I negativity or am I positivity? Well, I'm coming to believe more and more that we are positivity. Every single one of us, despite our appearances. Because we are all one. I wrote this down. It's a statement of fact. We are all one. Not like some illusory idea to kind of get a point across. This is a statement of fact. We are all one. That is what is meant by whatsoever you do to the least of these, you've done unto me. As that statement means is we're all one. So if you do it to another, you do it to yourself. If you do it to yourself, you do it to another. We're all one of us. So it all goes around, comes around situation. How about this? I just love this. Consciousness is a marvelous thing. It can be divided into 1,000 pieces, a million times a million. Source energy divided itself into an infinite number of pieces so that each piece could look back on itself and behold the wonder of who I am. Okay? What? I love the idea of this consciousness is a marvelous thing, it says. And like just thinking about consciousness as a substance, thinking of it differently. Consciousness is a marvelous thing. It can be divided into 1,000 pieces, a million times a million. In fact, source energy divided its consciousness into infinite pieces. And here we are, one of them. I am one, you're one if you're watching this. Here we are. We're one of those infinite number of pieces of the divided consciousness of source energy, which split itself into these infinite pieces for the purpose of having something to look back on and say, you are freaking awesome. To behold the wonder of who I am, of who we are, that we're that wondrous. And this makes sense to me why any thought I have of, I'm no good, what's wrong with me, will I ever get it? All those thoughts are so far off from who we really are, which is amazing, pure love, pure positive energy, freaking master of masters. Kind, caring, miraculous, amazing, unconditionally loving. That's who we really are. Pure freedom, absolute freedom. So any thought that's not that is going to have a tension in it because it's out of alignment with who we really are. So it's pretty exciting. Consciousness divided itself so we could look back on ourselves and see, behold the wonder of who I am.